Hi, everybody. Welcome to COPI Cafe, episode 72. You've got Rob Greig here and Josh Jones. And for those of you that don't know who we are and what we're doing, I'm going to go over that real quick with you. Cornucopias is a cutting-edge MMO RPG set in a world where humanity has ascended from the Earth's surface and created a breathtaking new world in the sky. This fantastical realm is a system of floating islands carved from the land we once called home, now encased in radically advanced dome-shaped structures suspended high above the clouds. Each one is a futuristic marvel with its own unique environment, identity, and thriving communities. It's within these domes the epic journey begins. Here, players take control of their own personal avatar, which gives them the freedom to choose their destiny. Be immersed in vast landscapes, explore vibrant settlements, and engage in a myriad of activities such as crafting, commerce, combat, racing, and more. Welcome to a world where the sky is no longer the limit. You didn't know I tossed these on, did you?
No.
I heard you I saw you in my peripherals, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to toss on these yellows.
Yeah.
I'm going to toss on these yellow guys.
What are we turning this into now?
I don't know, but these are actually for sand volleyball.
No,
They hug your face pretty tight, and if it's pretty hot and sunny out. But anyway, since we're going with the yellow theme, I figured I'd throw these on.
Well, some of the community members like to do memes of us, so we like to please. I'm sure they'll change whatever you're looking at. The reflection in yours is.
Oh! Shoot! Seed phrase. Okay, so the all right. What are you drinking today, Rob?
Well, Lucasade. A little bit of energy.
Lucasade. Wow.
Oh, do you not have Lucasade?
No.
Oh.
You guys are so different.
I thought it was a worldwide thing. It's the original energy drink.
Pre-Gatorade?
Yeah, it's probably quite close to Gatorade.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I had something more interesting, but I just have a water.
Water, Aqua, H2O. So many names. It's almost a scam.
You got it. Well, all right. Exciting episode ahead for you folks. We're going to talk about some announcements. What we increased the number of people playing the game. We've got Centralized Exchange announcement. Hold on. We're not telling you details, but we got COPI node testing that we're going to talk about. ETH NFT Sale is being pushed to next year because of one of the other announcements we're making. We got a leak, special guest David joining the show, and some community questions. So
nice.
Hey, hang in there with us. It's not going to be as mammoth as last episode. That was great. And we can't do that every single time. But however, we are working hard and lots of stuff in the works. So let's get right into it. The rares went live. That's the first element on the show. So if you are a rare vehicle or a rare land holder, NFT holder, then you've been given access to play the game. So you can get into Toledo Valley Resort and Toledo Valley Raceway. So I think that went pretty well so far. So good. Few new issues discovered.
Yeah, and we kept up our promises of releasing them via NFT rarity. So the rares actually, so the mythics already had testing for quite a while. Legendaries have testing. Rares is actually almost, I think it's double the pool of mythic and legendaries combined. So it really is opening up to a lot more pool. So, obviously next will be the uncommons, but yeah, we're the Discord went crazy with the number of messages. So we can see there was a lot of people that opened up in that group.
Well, yeah, it went crazy with the number of messages, but that might have been partially related to number go up types things, but it was a little of two different scenarios occurring. The market's been kind of exciting to watch in the past few weeks for sure. I think I think gaming overall is going to be a very fun niche of crypto to watch explode and take off in this next cycle. So I'm incredibly pumped about what's coming, what I think is coming. You never know, but hey. So next up is the centralized exchange. We're not going to give specifics, but it's a very top exchange. It's a good exchange, and we're looking pretty strong at moving forward with them, getting some final details ironed out. That won't be too long. So that's good news for us, because we've been doing that. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into this. Some of those are really not great exchanges, and some of them are, and some of them have incredibly high volume, but it's not real. It's a lot of wash trading, and so you got to be careful who you're going with, and
Yep.
it's not easy. We're new to this, so we're talking to several advisors and just working through it and making sure we're making the best possible decision. Also, there's some that say yes to you and some that say no to you. Depends on what your geography is and what your focus is and where most of your community is, all sorts of things.
Yeah, and there's costs on there as well, and it depends on the volume. We've previously been on an exchange, so it's not the same exchange. It's a different one that we're looking at this time. I think it's safe to say, at the moment that the COPI token this week went to an all-time high. So that shows confidence in the project. So that's exciting. So to have the token on a central exchange, and we can obviously add extra liquidity. I just think it's great for the project all around, and it gets more eyes on the project. We've seen that when we went on Uniswap. We've seen a lot more eyes and interest of people wanting to
There's
look
like
at the project.
411 holders on Uniswap now on ETH, ERC.
Right.
So so very, very good move there strategically for us to get a little bit more cross chain. That has played out rather nicely, and we want to see that continue. And strategically, this helps us to go towards most of Web3 with our marketing, which is pretty awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of good things unfolding there. Wachsman, I didn't have this on our list, but Wachsman doing a great job. They're giving us they're keeping you and I busy with reviewing and editing these potential clips that we can get into, and we get chosen for some and not chosen for others. But this is helping to cast our net a little more widely and grab more people in from the land of the internet on a variety of different things, and they're getting us great interviews and podcasts as well. So that should pick up a lot.
They're doing a great job, and they're also going to provide us with some media training.
Yes.
I've never done much media training apart from what we've done ourselves here on YouTube.
I've done it before. It's just going to be like
that'll prepare
some
us
basics,
in the future then for going on
some little areas that we could
stuff.
refine, and what we need to talk about, and what we should avoid, and
you should always be learning. So any
absolutely.
opportunity to learn
ABL,
is great.
Always be learning. Okay, so next up, the ETH NFT sale. We said that might occur this year. That's definitely being pushed off to next year. However, the fun thing about that is that COPI Nodes might be next. So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've had the nodes within the COPI wiki since the start when it was launched, and it's something that we've been working on in the background. There's different types of nodes that will be coming in the future, but one that we actually have now a working product of will be, we're not sure what we're going to call it yet, but it's a file node, so it's a COPI file node. And the way that will work is, what we've seen at the moment is when people get the game takes, depending on your network and your hardware, can take 45 minutes to an hour to download, and sometimes you have to retry it. For some people, they're very lucky it comes down first time, but it all comes from one central location. And over time, as the game grows to, say, it's only 17 gigabytes at the moment, but as it grows to 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 100 gigabytes, and the number of people accessing that same location, we've known from the start that that's just not sustainable, and scalable. So the first use case and the first real use for the node that we've been working on is the file node. So this will either be something that we build into the launcher as kind of like the client, or it'll be another standalone application. When a new version of the game comes up, the node itself, so the launcher, kind of like the client node itself, will reach out, and there will be thousands, hopefully, player-owned, user-owned run nodes around the world, decentralized nodes. It will know which ones are online. It will reach down and it'll pull down little chunks of that game from all these different locations in parallel, bring them all down, and then put the game back together, hopefully seamless. So on current tests at the moment, by me just downloading, so I'm in the UK, by me downloading from America, which is quite a long way to come. So yep. We've only had a few nodes active at the moment. I've been able to download the game in roughly 5 to 6 minutes, and then put it together in another minute. So that's seven minutes, and that I think that connected to 10 different nodes at once. So in the future, nodes, because they will be all around the world, we will have a matchmaking algorithm that will pair you closer to your location. My aim for 17 to 20 gig is to get it under 5 minutes, but anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes is perfectly acceptable.
It's an improvement, right?
Yeah,
and
we will improve that over time.
So you've got testing working pretty well right now, which has been great, but we need to make sure it works at scale and commercially, it's commercially buttoned up. But that being said, significant progress there to where we could start with one of our node sales. So that's coming up very soon. We're going to try to beat Christmas. I think we're going to be able to, but anyway, very exciting. Good stuff. That's only one type of several types of nodes that we're going to have. So we'll get into the details.
Really important. And the key thing is, we have a working prototype demo that may take, to bulletproof that, we will test like we're doing now in the public for those node holders that have it. It will take somewhere between 6 and 9 months to probably get that absolutely solid. So we'll do a mixture over time, and we'll talk more about it. We'll give it a front end. We'll put a daemon in there, so if it crashes, it can restart. We do know now the node I was downloading one had 10 nodes on the same machine, and that was actually a home PC. It wasn't like a data center or anything. So there's possibilities of running multiple nodes on the same machine, like 24 hours. But yeah, it is so exciting when you see the game come down in that time. I think.
But yeah, the idea would be we'd get a couple people on that really focused on commercializing the code that you've already put together, correct?
Yeah. The prototype's there. It needs turning into this bulletproof system that can manage 20,000 people downloading the game all at once, and if things break, then it'll stop, and if nodes go offline, so we need to build all those into it. It'll be completely secure. It'll do checksums to make sure that nobody's tampered with the file. It'll have restarted all this kind of stuff that you need that's not necessarily within the prototype. So it will take time, but it has a good chunk of development in it now, and it is a working prototype.
You show me how we're going to get 20,000 people to download it at once. Then that's our marketing plan right there. Hey, that's a huge buffer. If we've got that, then that's great. No, I know what you mean though. We want to make it as scalable as possible for large numbers. If it happened to be 500 people or 200 people are downloading at a similar time, whatever the system holds up, whatever it may be. Okay. People are going to be fired up about this. Nodes are kind of hot right now, and we're excited to bring that to you. That you've been getting that put together is significant. Perfect timing.
We have a couple of other working nodes as well, but this is the one that's closest to being launched.
Yeah. Some of the other stuff that we've had a call with is It's good. I'm excited about that as well.
conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, next up, we need to get David up onto the show. We've got David with a leak, and we'll get him up here shortly. All right. Now it's time for that part of the show where we bring David up, and we're going to show you a little bit of leak. So welcome, David. Welcome to COPI Cafe. Got a quick,
How's it going, guys?
quick snippet of time with you today.
Haven't seen you guys in a while. No,
I know it's been forever. What are you drinking? That's important.
Actually today, let's see if this actually shows up properly. Sparkling ice.
Sparkling
black raspberry.
ice. Looks
I think it's
tasty.
like 0 calories, and it's just, it's pretty tasty. I like them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's kick it off. You got a leak for us. I think everybody's excited about, but
Yeah.
I am as well.
Kind of break these into smaller sections here, but we're going to take a little walk through Solace 1. Very brief walk, and talk about some of the more maybe deep forest areas that are in development. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
That is up. Looking good. See a little trail.
Yep. We're gonna actually play with a character here, so it's gonna take just a second to load up. Wait for some things to stream in here.
All right. Rattlesnake.
Yep, going with rattlesnake. So
Very nice. So where are we here? Solace 1?
We are in Solace 1 and actually heading into a more deep forested area that we have right here. So just to kind of give you guys an idea what that looks like. I mean, I guess glimpse of Solace is maybe giving you some slight taste, but not quite the way these things are. So
like the little downhill trail. I love it.
Yeah, I used to mountain bike, so going through here makes me wish I was mountain biking.
Okay, don't do it. You know what? We're gonna have to have mountain biking at some point.
Mountain bike.
Gosh, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Have you done the Colorado trails where it's normally a ski trail and they'll call it a blue? Or
no, mostly just what you call cross country type riding, where it's a lot of routes through the forest, maybe some drops, but there's not a lot of rock. That kind of thing.
This will be pretty scary at night.
This could be scary at night. This looks like a place you could get robbed too. So I don't know. Every time we go through a little ravine or an area like this, I'm like, somebody's going to get robbed here.
There just might be a bandit.
Yeah. Let's look at a deep forested area, and then can kind of run up here to save a little bit of time. And we got more of an upper forested area that's right through here where the trail sort of continues. And by the way, you'll have trails. We don't have the trail markers that are down right now, but you'll have trails that'll be all over the different sectors for you to follow around, and you'll find a lot of interest points along those areas. So
special interest
and
points.
The forest just keeps going. So
will there be any surprises along the trails? Maybe any creatures?
Hopefully somebody gets attacked by a bear.
Bear?
I'd be upset if
Watch out.
Yeah. Nothing like just being out here, hearing a roar, and going into sheer panic. So
yeah.
So I mean, the forest is going to keep going until we get out to a section here. It's going to keep going and keep going. This is still such a very small area of Solace 1. And you might have remembered this area from a certain video we did some time ago, the land sale trailer. So you remember that rock formation?
Oh,
that was there?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a more updated version of that there. So, and that's, I think I'll just stop it there.
Looks amazing, dude. I love it.
Yep.
I was seeing an area where we might have to throw in a little primitive golf course. I don't know.
A golf course just right there and right in the middle of the Colorado wilderness. You're like, look, I found
at
a
some
golf
point
course.
we're going to have to toss a little golf game in there, but maybe not in Solace.
So what did we learn there? We learned the place is expansive. Bears, you may be getting robbed in the ravines.
Hopefully.
Bandit NPCs.
How will you know where you're going? Will it be will you have like a task? Will you be following for a reason, or will you just be free roaming?
You definitely want people to just kind of free roam and find things, find resources. Ooh, I found a cave. You'll definitely have a compass. I've heard some people asking about a mini map which is something that we are going to have in the future, but that's probably about 6 months away, something like that. We're not wasting resources on that right now.
For quests that people choose to accept, I like the compass idea with a little guiding, something that guides you towards your first.
You might go down trails or have to go somewhere specific, maybe a bandit. Maybe there's a highwayman that keeps holding people up in a certain area and somebody wants you to go take care of it. So, things like that you might run across. So
anything to gather while you're along your way?
Yeah, most certainly. So, on your when you're on your land plots, you're going to have the ability to craft certain things, and out in nature, you can grab those things naturally. You'll also be able to grow those things on your plot and also take those, mix those with other ingredients for that crafting and produce different things. And that can go up a sort of hierarchy tree of more advanced technology for crafting from the basic goods. But so you can get things out to basic nature, or you can get things from their plot, or you can buy things from other players. So it's, all kinds of ways to get resources to make what you need to make. So
buy, trade, etc. Yeah, love it. All right. Well, this is a good point to bring us into the community questions. So I can go ahead and read some of those off. And if you would answer and help us out there, that'd be great. All right. This is from Roar of the Mafia. Is there any plan to make Cornucopias available on GeForce Now for people with lower specs on their PCs?
So that's something that's planned for the future that we're definitely going to look into or do. It's just not something we're looking into right now. But yeah, always the goal is to get as many people playing the game as possible. GeForce Now is an option in the future. So that's definitely something we're going to look at.
All right. Thank you, sir. Terry N. For land grab, will this occur only once the first 3 zones are ready? Or are you planning on having multiple land grabs over time for the first 24K land plots?
So I don't want to answer that completely and say for certain, but what I think it's going to end up being like is Solace 1, 2, and 3 is going to be together as a land grab. Then you're going to have Esperanza, all 3 of those, and then you're going to have Fortune, all 3 of those that are grouped together. If that ends up being like a logistical annoyance or an organizational problem, we'll break it and we'll do like it's Solace 1 this time, then a few weeks later it's Solace 2. We might do that. So we have those options.
Okay. Very good. The final question from Cryptid, and it is, thinking of the land grab, will we need the PC requirements as per testing now to be able to select our land? I can't currently play the game due to my laptop not being right, so worried about land grab on this front. Thanks.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a difficult question because it's definitely a game we want you to play. And if you're going to have land in the game, you should definitely have the ability to get in there and see it. So the system requirements aren't going to change, so if you don't have really a gaming PC right now, you're still going to be able to see some things when it comes to the LAN. It might help if you had a buddy that can kind of show you. Everyone's going to be able to go in and see all of the plots that are in there, show them in a hologram way and look at that ID. You could have your buddy show you that or somebody in the community take a look, and then you can go on the website and select what you need. But that's, as far as right now, there's no way of creating a lesser version of the game so that you can.
I think that's what's going to happen, though. I think somebody's going to create a YouTube exploration video, so you'll be able to go and have a look around, and they'll pay attention, and there'll be lots of that. But then what you said then was interesting. When you actually do the land grab, is that via a website which is accessible by every PC?
I'll tell you, we have the option.
We haven't fully nailed down.
We have the option to do both. Yeah, we have the option to do both. So
that's what we've discussed before. If we could give the option for people to run and grab, then give people the option after that to go pick from the website map.
Yeah, I think my overall point on it is an informed decision on what what you're going to do with that land deed and what plot you choose is going to be better done from within the game itself. Because, obviously you're there, you can see exactly where it's at and what's around it. It's going to be a little bit easier.
Yeah. But I must say we are looking into various options of allowing people to get into the game with Macs and lower end PCs and lower end laptops. So it's nothing confirmed, but we are investigating quite a few options quite heavily.
Yep.
So we will give you lots of notice of this in advance on our progress on that, and we'll keep you up to date with that. But
I think the main point Rob's making there is there's options. And the same thing David was saying is obviously our goal is to make this as accessible as possible. Mm-hmm. And it just depends on time and the testing and the due diligence that we have to do as far as when some of these occur. But okay, well, David, I think that's it in terms of questions. Thanks for joining us on this episode of COPI Cafe. As per the new norm, you might be a special guest more regularly, or we might have other team members, very quick snippets. And thanks again. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see you on the next episode of COPI Cafe.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.